SNAP is intended to support the transition of able-bodied adults to stable employment. Would you agree that there's a lack of available data from USDA in regards to the amount of time individuals actually receive the benefits?
Yes, sir, Mr. DesJarlais. We have some data on that, but it's mostly survey data. We don't, at the national level, have accurate data held on that. I think the more data that we at FNS are able to have, the better we can serve recipients.
How do we fix that?
I think we need to make sure that we can have access to that type of data. States need to be measuring when people are moving on and off of work. Ms. Dean added some follow-up to my statistics on the number of people not working. I don't disagree with those, but I think part of the problem is that so many of these individuals churn on and off work. And the employment and training program is about helping people find long-term stable employment, and that's what we should be measuring on these people.
Okay. States currently receive bonuses for meeting the minimum requirements for administering the program. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes, sir.
Okay. Do you also think that these bonuses may incentivize states to potentially falsify the records to become eligible for these bonuses? And how much are these bonuses?
The OIG did suggest in their investigation that that was a factor in what states did. The bonuses are $24 million a year.
To all states or?
To states. I believe we give them to 8 states with the best error rates and a couple of additional states on improved error rate.
Okay, so they're actually sending money to these states for doing a good job of signing people up to the program?
For processing them well, yes, sir.
It is often reported by states that their error rate is extremely low or even zero. Would you agree that it's important to point out that under current law, the threshold for errors is actually $37?
Yes, sir. That is important to know in calculating what the error rate is.
Do you think that should be changed?
I think it's important that we accurately report what the actual errors are and what people judge that to be. Yes, sir.
Okay. So if the threshold is $37, can you speculate how much money may be being overlooked?
I can't speculate that on exactly, but if you consider that the average benefit is $123, I believe $37 is a significant percentage of that.
Yeah, I would agree. Mr. Adelson, you mentioned in your testimony something known as broad-based categorical eligibility, or BBCE. As I pointed out earlier, we have an extreme lack of data when it comes to SNAP recipients. Would you agree that broad-based categorical eligibility, which waives the asset test, is a contributing factor?
Yes, sir. Since we don't collect assets at all, you have a limited view of income and resources available to a household.
Okay. Can you go into some more detail on additional problems associated with the BBCE?
Sure. The broad-based categorical eligibility relies on a gimmick where states convey a TANF-funded document, usually a brochure, to a recipient, making them eligible. So by handing them a TANF-funded document, and some states don't even actually give it to them, that confers automatic eligibility on them and waives the asset test. It also allows their income level to be much higher than traditional eligibility.
And that kind of cheating the system?
I believe it is, and unfortunately, increasingly large percentage of cases are found eligible through that door. I believe it's over 65% at this point.
Would you say it's possible that some of these programs that are cheating the system are also the states where these performance bonuses are going?
That is fair to say. I do know the current version of the Farm Bill eliminates broad-based categorical eligibility as well.
Right. I agree. As you point out in your testimony, there's quite a bit of confusion when it comes to who faces a work requirement for SNAP and who is exempt, which often leads to states not appropriately enforcing work requirements. Would you agree that instead of several confusing categories, it would be more effective to simply have one category of work-capable adults from age 18 to 59, with exemptions being for those who are pregnant, mentally or physically disabled, or guardian of a child under age of 6?
Yeah, without a doubt, all able-bodied adults should have a requirement in place, a work requirement.
And I think that's an issue that over 80% of America agrees on, whether you're Democrat, Independent, or Republican. So I think that that's a winning issue, and I yield back my time.